What is up? Welcome back to another video. I don't know if this is going to be just for the members or not, but what we have today is something special. It is about a metric ton of shit, stuff that I've spent money on. So let's dig into it. I want to begin with this. Okay, this is cool. Ricoh Recanon 50mm lens. Should be a K-mount, right? K-mount 50 f2, that would be great. It's not that. It is a Nikkor M2 extender. So probably not worth nothing, but a false advertising here, I would say. That's about the par of the course for the rest of this activity. So if you had expectations or hopes of like, oh, he got a Leica, you know, or nice things. That's not this video. So go with the camera next. Okay, we've got the Olympus OM10. Not a good sign. It is possible that this is just a, you know, fixable issue. We'll dig into this at a different time. There's also what appears to be something chiseled into the bottom, a lot of corrosion in there, some mold buildup in the front, and an issue that nobody ever talks about, which is the post here has been whittled down to the point where there's no tension. So that's cool. Cool, good stuff. We have a couple of these baddies, which if you aren't familiar with what this is, it's just cancer. This is just the embodiment of asbestos. I have another one here. This is a Toshiba. It's exciting. You know, you usually don't see Toshiba stuff from this old. It has stuff there. It looks like there's some mold actually on the inside, which is, I'll just say it's impressive. Okay, I think we can all come to agree upon that. We have a Vivitar like case for a lens extender. So that's disgustingly garbage. We have a Canon T60. Now, I have always wanted one of these, to be honest with you. There's something about it where it's, you know, it's the same thing as like the Cosina bodies, but there's just something special about the Canon T60. Something like, you know, real lightweight version of this. But it's completely fried. You know, shutters all jammed up and stuff. So we'll take it apart because it is worth actually fixing these kind of. Usually they kind of work is the problem. So I'm very concerned as to what happened that got it to not work. A Sunpack Auto 322. This is, I think this does the little, oh yeah, here we go. Check this out. These are sick. You can do like a little side thing, you do that. Has like the inboard flash cable that's really sticky and nasty. If I had to guess, oh yeah. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a, I'm just gonna keep that in there. That's a good color. We might be able to clean that out and get that working, because it would be kind of nice to have this to work. They're really nice. You can articulate them all different kinds of ways, and they're affordable for what they are, really powerful, so that's cool. Soligor 135, but it's pretty disgusting in there. The front optic is really scratched up. It looks like it was attacked by a feral cat, and the back looks like it was used in some kind of like microbiology experiment. So I'm gonna say this is probably toast. A really sticky Phillips thing here. Just gonna venture to guess it's not worth trying to. AC adapter for not this one. Perfect. It's a Sunpack one, but it's not that Sunpack one. And there's a lot of mold that looks like on here. So a Midori teleconverter. It's not terrible, not my favorite. Kenko, little filter case. The front of a Super Takumar 28-3.5. I don't think there's a Super Takumar 3.5 in there, which is unfortunate because that would make it really worthwhile. The front case to a Ricoh. I don't think there's a Ricoh in here either. A Isco Göttingen. I think these are in larger lenses. I'll set them aside. I don't know if they're really worth anything. And larger lenses are usually like, you know, a dime a dozen. There's this scan exposure meter. Comes in a box. Guarantee it works really, really well. Yeah, I think it's a good sign when it is detecting no light right there. That's good, right? That's how you want it to work? Terribly. Although the leather case for it is kind of nice. Moving on, we have a, oh yeah, sick, an Argus flash mount. That's what I thought this was. So if you have an Argus C3, you can plug that in if you want to. I think this is a hot shoe kind of adapter situation. So you can plug this in and have a slightly different length hot shoe. I guess if you want to play lightsabers, this is pretty good for that. But I'll set that aside in the potential garbage pile. We have a self-defense weapon. Comes with a new color. And I already looked in the inside of this, but I'm pretty sure that this is the origination point of like radiation. So I'm just gonna be throwing that away. Get out of my house as soon as possible. Oh, 828 adapter for Kodak reflex cameras. So that's cool. A Hoya filter, which actually doesn't look too bad. Oh no, it's a ProMaster Spectrum. I already checked this lens out. It actually is broken. It's a Sigma Zoom Master 35 to 70, and it appears as though the lens blades are not working. We'll set that aside for now, but I suspect it is garbage. Looks like this is a bit of a slave unit for your Toshiba. Don't really actually know what this one is. Some kind of like pitch shift enlarger lens, but there is what can only be described as diarrhea on it, so I'm just gonna assume there's really no value there. Another filter extender case thing. I'll put the extender in there. It's in good-ish condition, so might as well. Nothing about this is precision though. Skylight filter, that's not terrible. I'll hold on to that. A Mamiya lens. This is the SX lens. You can tell because it has a little thing there. But it also has what you might not know. It's the foggiest rear element you'll ever see. I'm gonna set that aside. We might do a little experiment on that, clean it up. Tiffin 52mm polarizer. It's a little scratch, but not too bad. Another enlarging lens, a Vivitar Anastigmat, whatever the fuck this is. Yeah, it only looks like a little bit of milk has been spilled in there. We'll call that good for now. So far, we're O for everything. I don't think there's been a winner as of yet, but don't worry, there's more. There's more hits. We got the old Kodak lens filters. These are usually great because they are fitted for things that don't fit anymore, I guess. I don't even know what that would go on, but like a retina, something like that. Skylight filter, no thread for what it is, but we'll call it unhelpful. A 80 to 200 Dietz lens, M42. Real foggy rear end there as well. Not worth trying to clean if the rest of the optics are fucked, which they probably are, but we'll set it aside, I don't know, for an experiment thing. This one would kind of caught my eye. We got a speed booster for the Canon cameras. I think this is for the TLB. No, I think it was like the older model cameras. But if you don't know, this is basically, and it looks like it's missing the important part, which is good. Your camera can only see so much light. This allows it to see a little bit more. That's kind of cool, nifty. Not working and also missing most of the stuff, so that's what it is. Nissan multi-flasher. I'm assuming another kind of like slave system there. We'll just go ahead and not waste our time with it. Instamatic telephoto adapter. Cool. This atrocity. Oh, perfect. It's broken. Great. I was really worried. This is a really long and useless shutter cable, but it's broken, so it's completely worthless and unusable. That was I thought we had something. I thought we had something good. This looks like it's a different slave system for your flashes. So that's useless. There's a collection of other shutter speed cables. Hopefully they're broken too. I would just hate if... Nope, that one works. Damn it. I guess that one works. That'll be fine. Will this one be broken? Dang it. Oh, it's working. It's actually kind of a nice one. They're both pretty nice. I will hold on to those. Those are worthwhile, kind of. Getting into the nitty gritty, we have a battery pack for the Toshiba. This is just gonna do us all a favor and get rid of that. A Chinon teleconverter. I don't want to touch this any more than I just have. I will take off the rear cap because you can never have too many of those, but I suspect this is just cancerous, so we'll just set that over there. I'm just baffled at how much like life forms can form in one extension like that. Like it's impressive. Got the Chinon 135. Again, looks like it got attacked by a street cat, but it's an M42. So I'll couple this up together, and it doesn't look... The front optic's a little bit tough, but the rest of it should be relatively fine. Have a Konica FC1. That doesn't bode well. Best case scenario, this has a quick, painless death. Worst case scenario, it starts trying to work, and then I get my hopes up and try to fix it. Ooh, we've got film. All right, baby, let's see what we have. Yes, oh, thank God. Kodak Gold 224 exposure. Love to see it. I'm sure it's really good too. I'm sure it's been stored in great conditions. If this has been an indication of the quality of that, we're in good hands. We have a FD Vivitar Series 1. Not today. Not doing that today. I'm just gonna put that back down. Be honest with you, team, this one's not looking too hot. We have a Sony wide conversion lens. This might be kind of fun. Oh mama. Okay, that's a fun flavor there. It's got a built-in haze filter by the looks of it. This might still kind of be worth taking apart and cleaning. I definitely have a lot of 58mm lenses, so this will be good. All right, Ferrania Solaris, which I'm actually kind of pumped about. I've not shot this before, ever, so I'll give that a rip. This is a 50-45 EFS lens. Doesn't feel awesome, I'll be honest. Okay, looks like it does work though, because this is actually kind of worth a little bit of money, like a touch of money. Enough to make this whole experience a bit worthwhile, but we'll see. I'll have to figure out a way to sell it, because I don't even think anybody shoots with EFS anymore, except for me. And then for the final pieces, we have, this actually came from John. He was kind enough to part ways with some Fuji Pro 800 and some Tri-X 220. So that's pretty sick. I'll add those over there to my pile of stuff. And then the final two things we have are the, again, maybe making this worthwhile bit. We have the SRT 101, kind of almost works. These things are like bulletproof, so that's nice to see. This is covered in filth. There's also something's covering the top half of the frame, so it's turned into a bit of a half frame system there. And then TLB that does not work at all. This was actually, John just gave this to me, so that was very kind of him as well. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach, and you get what we had here last week. Now, I don't like it any more than you do, but it's the way he wants. well, he gets this Cool Hand Luke, in case you were unfamiliar. This was what can only be described as an exercise in futility and senseless ego, a punishing act of frivolity in the face of complete failure and defeat. I am disappointed in myself as a person for chasing the dragon here. I'm disappointed in the world at large for this happening, just generally speaking. I think the biggest sting was this. Not because like I needed it to be a Rikanon 50mm 2.0, but just like, that's low. Okay, I mean, I've seen it before where, you know, they put the speed booster in there. It's like, oh, this is 3 lenses instead of 2. You know, you can kind of call it. You're like, come on. Like, we all know what you're doing. But I think to have the box and then put a speed booster in there, that one stinks. That hurts. I'll hold on to some of these things because they might kind of be worth trying to cobble together to sell. I will look into the enlarger lenses, but I suspect they're all pretty much trash. That pretty much, I think, does it for today's video. As mentioned, this was a major mistake, and I am very regretful. So, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for some of the repair videos that will surely come of this, where in fact I will question my very existence and value as a person. So, if that sounds intriguing to you, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. I appreciate you all watching, and I will catch you on the next one.